Hello, friends. Happy Friday. It is April 3, 2020. We have lots to cover today. It is day 18 of self-imposed quarantine from COVID-19. But first, the elephant in the room. What's happening here? What's going on in the eyebrow department? Let me tell you. Hitherto, I have been using this end of my eyebrow pencil, which just has a little sponge applicator and a wee bit of color. This morning, I was like, what happens if we use this end of the eyebrow pencil, which is just straight color? This is what happens. This is what goes on. So once I saw that, I was like, let's just go full Frida Kahlo today. I love her. Such a hero. So I put on my pencil skirt, haha, whose picture you should be seeing now. And then I rated a craft project for these fake flowers for my hair. So I like what I have going on today. I'm really a fan of trying new things and reinventing oneself occasionally. So yesterday, I had a teeny bit of an existential crisis. I was boiling some pasta for lunch, and you should know that in my family, we have a joke rooted in experience from when I was very small, that if you boil a weevily pot of pasta and scoop out all the weevils that you see floating on top of the water, if you happen to miss a couple weevils, extra protein, free protein. So yesterday I was boiling my pasta, and I will spare you the gory details, but there was a point at which I had to stop and say, am I desperate enough to eat this? The answer was no. So I threw away a whole pot of pasta. I know. I made myself a tot waffle for lunch instead. Turns out making a tot waffle for breakfast, respectable choice, solid choice. Eating a tot waffle for lunch on a weekday feels like profligate debauchery. It felt like the last days of Rome over here. I was like, what's next? What's next? Eating melon with a oyster fork? I mean, let's just throw out all the rules of society and we'll see what new depths I stoop to next. Stay tuned. Um, Coming up in the recipe pipeline, I'm gonna start making some shchi this weekend. No more pasta for a while. Shchi is a Russian soup with cabbage, tomatoes, potatoes, all sorts of good stuff. Can't wait to try that recipe. Also gonna use part of that cabbage to make some cabbage rolls, and I'm gonna try making my first potato kugel. I hope I said that correctly. I'll link to all those recipes in the description. I am not Jewish myself. I am Episcopalian. However, I have recently learned some interesting Jewish-related details, facts, trivia, if you will, that really tickled my imagination. So here are those three things. Number one, according to the Rabbi Danya Rutenberg and her reading of Talmud Sota 33a, Shulchan Aruch Orech Chaim 1014, I hope I pronounced that citation correctly. According to her, in her reading, you can pray in any language except Aramaic because the angels don't understand Aramaic. I love that. That tickles me so much. Also, according to the Rabbi Danya Rutenberg, angels are canonically non-binary. She walks through the entire decision-making process, all the decisions in rabbinic law that have led to that conclusion, in a Twitter thread that I will link to in the description. Third piece of trivia. In Israel, you can buy car insurance that is cheaper if you say you're not going to drive your car on Sabbath. So I thought that was really interesting. Today's poem, friends, for National Poetry Month is from Goethe by way of Mahler. Stay with me. So in Goethe's Faust, he has three women petitioning the Virgin Mary for Faust's soul. He has the woman with the alabaster box from the Gospel of Luke, I think it is. He has the Samaritan woman at the well from the Gospel of John, I believe. And he also has Mary of Egypt in this scene. Mary of Egypt is not a biblical figure. She is someone from the early days of the church. Really interesting lady. Went from being a prostitute to being one of the desert mothers. Just really interesting lady. I'll link to a summary of her life in the description. But in Goethe's Faust, he has these three women, and when Mahler came along and started writing his Eighth Symphony in 1907, I want to say it was. It was first performed in 19 10, I think. He was just like, yeah, let's include this. So I think he just lifted from Goethe just the text straight off the page. But anyway, so for today's poem, here is Mary of Egypt's solo in Mahler's Eighth Symphony, courtesy of Goethe. By the sacred place where the Lord was laid, by the arm that from the entrance warning pushed me back, by the 40-year penitence that I truly spent in the desert, by the holy words of parting that in the sand I wrote. All three women sing together here. You who do not avert your gaze from women who have sinned, raise into eternity the victory gained by repentance. Grant also this poor soul who only once forgot, who did not know that she erred, your forgiveness. Once again, that was Mary of Egypt and her two female companions singing in Mahler's Eighth Symphony, courtesy of Goethe. Friends, I hope you sally forth into a lovely new day today. I wish you all the best. Stay safe. Take care of your neighbors, please. Mwah. Love you.